Welcome to our returning viewers. I will read the chat in a bit, because it looks like we have chats. Okay, so what happened with the race? Just we had a bug in the lobby and we had to do a restart. Why drivers want to restart the session? Hello? Yarno Luyan. Salim, how you doing, mate? Hello, Yarno. Yarno, you are the man. Mattia Kyoda. Ciao. Come and start. The first time I checked the PS League, Which variant? What do you mean which variant? This is F10. Well, we had a lobby crashed and a driver who was driving, it showed him that he was one lap down, even though he was second. So we had to do a lobby restart for that. F1 is tomorrow. That is correct. Ladies and gents, next week on Saturday I'm gonna have an endurance race alongside Jarno Lujan Racing, the guy in the chats. So we are still fixing the grids. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. No, it's not a full lobby today. You are on ski vacation right now. Nice. Where are you, in the Swiss Alps? We are back. Apologies for the technical issues. We are gonna resume racing. So ladies and gents, looks like we are racing. Or is it the formation now? Formation lap. Never mind. Cars are lining up for the start of the race. Cars are preparing for the restart of the race after the glitched lobby that we've had. After the lights go green, it's go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's a very good start once again for Lars. He keeps the first position, and Brothers and Timo are gonna be side by side. It's gonna be a two-way battle on turn one, and Brothers take the second place from the inside. Very good move by Timo. By Brothers, I mean, apologies. Timo falls behind. QRT Mentos fighting with the Mercedes of Paudi. Mentos needs to be in elevated positions if he wants 5. And Taiko also, ooh, he makes contact with Paudi. Is Paudi okay? Paudi has a piece of a broken front wing and he's carrying on. He lost so many places. And this is Lars, the leader of the race and the leader of the championship. If you go to 9th place, Snookster is very close to Heck 21. Looks like he's gonna be trying to do something. What's he gonna try to do? As they go on the main straight, it's the fastest lap for Lars. It's a 1:21.3. He's overusing his ERS. That's gonna be a difficult job. It's gonna be a tough job to try to make an overtaking maneuver without the DRS enabled. Noting that the DRS is gonna be enabled at lap 3. We have two cars in the pits. The Aston Martin of Petuka, Petuka, and the Mercedes of Paudi, who's changing his front wing. Ladies and gents, once again, let me know in the chats where are you watching from, and I will make sure to read that for you. I hope you're enjoying my commentary. Please let me know if you have any feedback about my commentary. If you have any feedback about the race, just let me know in the chats. I will read that. In P4, this is Timo, currently on board with him, 3/10 behind Breik, the Swedish driver. Timo, the German driver of McLaren. Half a second separating them. Now, once they begin the third lap, the DRS is going to be enabled. And you know what that means? That tiny little piece of flap on the rear wing is going to open and it's going to give the driver plus 10 kilometers per hour, I think, or a little bit more. And this is the first DRS zone. DRS has been enabled. Ilginu in 7th place. All of these drivers are less than a second close to each other. Snookster, 3/10 behind Hecht, 21. Hello, Jürgen Mani, watching from Albania. Hello for the returning viewers, hello for the new viewers, hello for everyone. Paudi and Petuka just exchanged positions. They have just exchanged business cards, and this is Petuka losing the car. Unlucky today, very unlucky. And this is Ahern, who's trying to benefit from the slipstream of Jake Hardy. He has DRS enabled, he has ERS enabled. It's not going to be on this turn, maybe it's going to be on this sector. He goes into the second DRS zone. He enables DRS and ERS. He's going to try to make a move from the inside. Ooh, they go side by side. Hey, it's a textbook move. Jake Hardy tries to go for the switchback, but it's too late. And Ahern just kept the 11th place for himself. Very, very good maneuver. In 7th place, Ilginu, only 3/10 behind Taiko. You can see how competitive this league is. The drivers are so close to each other. And now once they go on the main straight, it's going to be a slipstream fest. Nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. No overtaking maneuvers yet. Ilginu is still half a second behind Taiko. Hecht also half a second behind Snookster. As he goes off track, cutting the grass. So we are currently in the 5th lap of the race around Hungaroring in Hungary. The current leader of the race is Lars. He's also the leader of the championship. In 2nd place, Brothers. In 3rd place, Breik, the Swedish driver. In 4th place, Timo. In 5th place, QRT Mentos. In 6th place, Taiko. In 7th place, Ilginu, who is only 3 tenths. Now it's down to 2 tenths behind VER Taiko. In 8th place, Snookster 007. In 9th place, Hect 21. In 10th place, Ethan Lessiter. In 11th place, Ahern 10. In 12th place, Jake Hardy. In 13th place, Paudi. And in 14th place, Petuka. But now let's take a look at Ilginu, who looks to be very close to Taiko. Enabling the DRS, he's gonna go on the straight, and it's a very good move. Taiko will be looking to defend his position, but he's unable to do so, and it's a very good move by Ilginu, who just stolen the 6th place from VER Taiko. And Ahern made a move on Ethan Lessiter, and we were able to see Ethan spinning around. He lost his car. Any damage on Ethan? Gonna take a look. His front wing, I don't know, his front wing looks okay from this angle. Maybe I need bigger glasses, but joke's on you, I don't wear any glasses. So we are currently in the 6th lap. Ethan Lessiter has just left the session, and is this gonna force a safety car? Lars is gonna start the 7th lap. And as you can see, the train of cars are still, it could be anyone's victory today. They are all like from P1 to P6. Every driver is less than a second behind the driver in front. Could go anywhere. These are the crazy races of PSGL. We are currently on board with Timo. Oh! He had a little bit of oversteer, but he saved the car at the last minute. Great reflexes by Timo. A lot of action is happening today in Hungaroring. Ladies and gents, let me know in the chats, where are you watching from? Let me know anything that is on your thought. I will read the chats for you in a bit. Looks like this is a heated fight. Take a look at the first 6 drivers. They are all with DRS. Could go anywhere, and this is Taiko going to the pits. Another yellow flag. Taiko, looks like Taiko won't be continuing the race. He DNF'd. From the pits. Now QRT Mentos. QRT Mentos is trying everything today to stay in the championship fight with his Red Bull teammate TRT Lars. And he's gonna try everything. Podium is the least that he wants. Whoa! Holy cannoli! There has been a contact between Breik and Bratters. Breik has lost his front wing, and Bratters has lost his race. And a safety car has been deployed. could be very crucial in terms of strategy. And this is gonna separate the smart drivers from the mediocre ones. Hello, Magic, watching from the UK. He thinks that the Aston of Jake Hardy has damage. Yep. So Lars was the leader of the race. It's a double pitter for Red Bull. That was very, very fast. Red Bull off QRT Mentos and Lars. Very, very well done by the Red Bull crew. And it's Ahern who is proficiently leading the race at the moment with 9 laps on his mediums. So interesting. Very interesting. Some drivers have decided to go on the hards. And it's gonna be few laps behind the safety car. I know this might bore you, but let's not get bored. Again, let me know in the chats, where are you watching from? Let me know which driver are you supporting in tonight's race, and let me know which current Formula One, well, which next season's Formula One car has the best livery. In my humble opinion, I did enjoy the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo. They both looked really, really good. So Jürgen thinks that the best car next year, or this year, is Sebastian's car. Yeah, the Aston Martin is a really good-looking car. Not gonna lie. Ladies and gents, I would like to remind our dear viewers that in less than a week, Gran Turismo 7 will be released on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. Personally, I'm very, very, very excited to get my hands on the game. I pre-ordered it and I started to download it. It might take a while since it's 101 gigs, if I'm not mistaken. And it sure is gonna be fun. So next Saturday, we are gonna be able to get our hands on Gran Turismo 7. Is there any specific car that you would like to see in Gran Turismo 7? Personally, I would love to see Volvo back, as the safety car will be back in this lap. Ahern is going to be at a big disadvantage. It's true that he's leading the pack, but he has 10 laps, used mediums. Now he's weaving, he's trying to bring up tire temperature. He's trying to slow down the other drivers. And ladies and gents, as soon as As soon as Ahern crosses the starting line, it's gonna be a green flag and it's gonna be go. Take a look at Lars, very, very smart driver, he's still behind him. We resume racing in the Hungarian Grand Prix. Lars is gonna try to attempt to move from the outside. He goes for the switchback. Wow! That was very, very nicely defended by Ahern. But it was a very risky, a very courageous move by Lars, who unfortunately wasn't able to yield the first place. And it's QRT Mentos going side by side with Timo. I think he might have pushed him off track. He keeps the third place. Very, very awesome stuff from Mentos. And he still has his championship hopes on the line. And now Ahern is struggling a lot for grip. As you can see, Lars is right behind him. We are seeing this from the visor of QRT Mentos. Ahern is still trying to defend. Looks like Lars was trying to go for it. We're gonna go on board with Lars. Lars only 1/10. He had better grip. Ahern trying to defend the corner. He's gonna go full defense. Full defensive. Full defensive. Lars looking to go for the switchback. He has DRS now. Looked like Lars was trying to do something. It didn't happen. Didn't work. Ahern is still defending his position. Lars has the better racing line, but he's being slowed down by Ahern. I'm sure Lars is going to be frustrated by this. What's he going to do? This is not an overtaking spot. The two carry on. Only 1/10 separating them. They are currently in lap 13 of the race. And we have been on the edge of our seats. 3 drivers have left the session. We are talking about Bradders, Teiko, and Ethan Lessiter. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. From P1 to P11, all of the drivers are at least 1 second or less behind each other. It still could be anyone's victory. Competition is great. Ahern still trying to defend. And now the DRS has been enabled and Ahern is going to be at a big disadvantage. As Lars right behind him. He's got to benefit from the DRS. Where's the DRS? It's very interesting to see that Ahern is running on a bizarre and different strategy. He has completed 13 laps on the mediums. The two are still chasing each other. Lars and Ahern. Ah, okay. Thank you, Balake, for the clarification. That's why one detection zone. Thank you for the info. And Ahern at a big disadvantage. Take a look at the power of DRS as TRT Lars not successfully, he is still side by side with Ahern. They are both fighting for the lead of the race. Ahern is going to be at a big disadvantage since Lars has the DRS, has the fresher tire compound, and now he has the lead of the race. And as Ahern was trying to go for the switchback, such a ballsy driver. They're still side by side. Oh! Ahern lost control of his car. They made contact. That's the extreme of racing side by side, and that's when you hit the throttle pedal too hard. Oversteering. Looks like it's gonna be a 1-2 for the Red Bull till now, but anything could go. We haven't even reached half of the race. We are now in lap 16. Lars is leading the race. In second place, QRT Mentos. In third place, Ilginu. In fourth place, Snookster 007. In fifth place, Breik. In sixth place, Timo. You can see how perfectly colored the two. every. Oh dear! Lars, who was leading the race, has just lost control of his car, and now he's down to P10. What a shame. What a shame. The leader of the championship has lost control of his car. Crazy change of events. And Magic is saying that I like the look of the new Williams car. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're good. It's the leader. He was leading the race. But he's catching up. The guy in 9th, Paudi, and this is QRT Mentos, currently leading the race. Half a second behind him, almost half a second, 4/10. Now it's down to 3/10 behind him. Ilginu, who has been having a very good race. So I think that I might have cursed Lars. It's called the Commentator's curse. I was gonna say how perfect the colors were going as the two Red Bulls were behind each other. Same thing for the Alfa Romeo, same thing for the McLaren and the Aston Martin, but unfortunately I cursed it. I didn't mean to. This is Petuka. Only 4/10 behind Hecht. And Jürgen is cheering for Petuka. Might see a lot of position exchange. Petuka is using the DRS, and DRS will be looking to make a move on Hecht. But as he hesitates in the last couple of seconds, Paudi with the Mercedes just made a move on Jake Hardy. Awesome stuff as Petuka fails to overtake Hecht on the DRS zone. Second DRS zone of lap 18. QRT Mentos is still leading the race. And we are still having a lot of mini battles between all of the drivers. Lap 19, as we might see, positional exchange. Ilginu getting very close to QRT Mentos. Petuka gets very close to Hecht. Nothing happens yet. Ilginu! He was only 2/10 behind Mentos. So, As you can see, overtaking is almost impossible on this track, except for turn 1 and turn 2, and that's it. That's it. It's very difficult to make overtaking moves. And this is the proof how Petuka is stuck behind Hecht for many consecutive laps. The battle goes on. See these two Ilginu getting very, very close to QRT Mentos. Same thing for Petuka. Petuka, he always hesitates in the last millisecond. You need to be courageous to send it. Petuka from the inside. Still side by side with the McLaren. He has the inside advantage. The McLaren looking for the switch by, trying to defend his best. Heck, and Petuka comes on top, and he's currently 6th. The McLaren is still side by side, but that's not an overtaking zone. Ladies and gents, Petuka successfully takes the 6th place from Hecht. That was a very, very nice move. Very entertaining nonetheless. Still leading QRT Mentos. Lars was able to make up 2 positions after he lost his car. Marcelo is saying, focus on the leaders, bro. Okay. I'm trying to capture everything at the same time as Ilginu. Only 2/10 behind QRT Mentos. Is gonna be probably here. The AlphaTauri, the sister company of Red Bull, following QRT Mentos. So Lars, after an unfortunate spin that cost him the potential victory of the race, he found himself now up to P8, and he's still gaining and still making up places. And now Timo is tailing Brake. Brake or Brike in Swedish, since he's Swedish. Petuka has just received a 3-second time penalty. It's probably going to be down to the main straight, where all of the drivers make up. Now Lars is gonna be trying to make nothing made. It's probably gonna be here for Lars. It's gonna be now or never. It's not gonna be now. It's not gonna be never either. Might be next lap. As the two carry on, racing each other. We are in lap 22. And Jürgen is supporting Petuka. Petuka is getting a lot of support from the chats. Take a look at how Lars is very close. Lars, this is not an overtaking zone yet. He was trying to make up a move on Hecht. Lars is fed up. He wants to return to the podium. Current leader of the championship. Ilginu was only 3/10 behind QRT Mentos, and the two are gonna carry on fighting It's not gonna be today. Lars just made up a move on Hank and he found himself up in P7. And these two are still following each other. It has been very entertaining, the chase of these two. So Ilginu is being forced to carry on in the dirty air of QRT Mentos, and it looks like Hecht is out of the race. And this is gonna push a safety car. Oh, this is gonna be very crucial in terms of strategies. QRT Mentos and Ilginu carry on. As you can see, these drivers are in the pits. It's going to be a double pit for the Alfa Romeo and Braik. Braik was forced to wait for his teammate Snookster to finish pitting. Same strategy for the Alfa Romeo drivers on the soft compound. So we are gonna follow the safety car for the next 2 laps. It has been a very intense race in Hungary so far. We have seen the battles, we have seen the crashes, we have seen the fears, and we have seen the tears. The first 4 drivers, I think they messed up by not going to the pits. 13 laps on the medium compound. How far are they going to be able to carry on? We just have to wait and see. It's a matter of time. It's Paudi who goes to the pits now. Why so? Different strategy. He goes on softs. And this is gonna cost him some time. So we are now in lap 25. Behind the safety car. This is the current lineup. QRT Mentos in first place. In second place, Ilginu. In third place, Timo. And in fourth place, Lars. All of these drivers have completed 14 laps on their current tire compound. In fifth place, Snookster 007. In sixth place, Braik. In seventh place, Petuka. In eighth place, Jake Hardy. In ninth place, Paudi. And all of the other drivers weren't able to finish the race. You're gonna say Lars is too fast. Yeah, indeed. He is too fast, and he benefited from the safety car incident. He was able to jump up a few positions. But it's gonna be a very good comeback for him, and ladies and gents, the safety car is gonna go in this lap. As QRT Mentos is starting to slow down and bring up heat to the tires, because as soon as he crosses the starting line, lights are gonna go green and it's racing. QRT Mentos crosses the finish line. It looks like TRT Lars just overtook Timo. Was it before the starting line? I wasn't able to capture that. It's a three-way. It's a three-way battle on turn 1. Snokester takes the 4th place from Timo, and Lars finds himself in 3rd place. And it's the battle between the Alfa Romeos. They are side by side, Braik and Snokester. Braik and Snokester. This is not an overtaking zone. It's going to be very difficult, and it's Snokester who takes the 4th place, and Braik goes down in 5th. So Timo was the loser of the day. Lost so many positions by this move. The first three drivers have each completed 15 laps on the medians. It's going to be very interesting to see strategy-wise how's it going to be. Knowing that we have 2 Red Bulls. They cannot pit at the same lap because this is going to cost the second driver to pit some time. Snokester has the tire advantage. Snokester from the inside. Wow. Snokester successfully takes the 3rd place from Lars. Lars, who is fighting with Braik. They go side by side. Lars tries to close the door. Braik goes backward and he takes the 4th place. Looks like there has been a yellow flag, but I wasn't able to catch that. And this is Braik who went a little bit off track. Paudi just made up a move on Pituka. So the drivers who have completed 16 laps on mediums have started to struggle with their tires. If they want to carry on, it would be better to pit for a better compound. Unless they could carry on for 9 more laps, but that is gonna cost them a lot of time. I will show their fastest lap in a bit. Soft tires. This is the fastest lap, 1:17.9. You asked for it. Soft tires, 6 laps and done. Whoa! And Snokester just took the 2nd place from Ilginu as Braik tried to weave, tried to scare Ginu, but it seems that scary movies don't work on Ginu. He isn't scared anymore. In the back, Paudi and Pituka, they both went to the pits, changed to the soft compound. Of course, the soft compound is the fastest compound, but it also wears a lot faster than the other compounds. The leader of the race, QRT Mentos, on 17 old laps of mediums, still able to keep the 1st place. But he's going to be under threat of Snokester with his fresh softs. Only 4/10 behind him. We're going to see action as soon as we go into the 1st sector in the DRS zone. Crossing the finish line. QRT Mentos defending his place as Snokester enabling DRS. Snokester will be looking to try to make a move from the outside. It's going to be very difficult for Snokester to pull this move. He's still there. The dream is still on. And Ilginu loses the 3rd place to Braik. Ilginu still in 4th place. They're still carrying on. Better chance have QRT to win. Yes, but he's struggling. He's struggling with his tires. And as you can see how Snookster almost overtook him in this current lap. If it wasn't for Mentos's defensive skills, it would have been over by now. Right sets the fastest lap of the session. And this is Snookster, who's going to try to make a move around the outside as they both go side by side on turn 1. They make some argy-bargy. QRT Mentos closes the door. And it's Snookster! Wow! They're still side by side. Snookster tries to make a move around the outside. Oh! They make contact! They make contact and they're both out of the race! That is very unfortunate! The race goes on. QRT Mentos and Snookster are both out of the race. They have costed their team big time and they have missed out on the points, and it's a virtual safety car. Once again, a safety car. It's a full course yellow safety car. And this is a gift for the drivers who have completed more than... What? Lars and Ilgino are still out. So only 7 drivers. Only 7 drivers are continuing the race. There's pure drama. Pure drama on the 30th lap of Hungaroring. Mentos, who was leading the race, he would have been leading the championship as well had he stayed in the first place from his teammate Lars in the Red Bull as well. Okay guys, it's not up to us to decide for whose mistake it was. It's gonna be the stewards who do that. It was a very reckless drive nonetheless. It was a very dangerous and reckless drive. And now the safety car is just cruising around in Hungaroring. And I'm sure that Breik is complaining that the safety car is slow as Jake Hardy goes to the pits for tire change. Is Petuka or Timo from Finland? Simpari, Timo is German. Let me check where Petuka is from. Hey Petuka, where are you from? No, I'm just kidding. I really have no clue where Petuka is from. He might be Finnish. It is a Finnish name, if I'm not mistaken. Mathematically speaking, Jordi Boxtel is still leading the championship, even though he's not in this division anymore. He has been promoted. Reich is currently in 11th position in the standings of the championship with 9 points. So a victory today could do him good. It could go anyone's race. It could be anyone's race. Reich has completed 7 laps on his softs. He has Ilgino and Lars, who have both equally completed 21 laps on their mediums. Timo with fresh softs, Paudi with 3 lap softs, Petuka and Jake Hardy with fresh softs, and as soon as Reich crosses the finish line, the lights go green and the cars go vroom, and it's a very good start, very good restart by Ilgino, who was looking too opportunistic. Lars lost the car. He had some oversteer. He was too early and too aggressive on the throttle. And this is... Apologies! This is Timo! What a move! Were you able to see this? How he made a wonderful move on Lars, and now Lars is down to P6. What a wonderful move by Timo! Timo always amazes us by his late braking, amazing, breathtaking, overtaking maneuvers. Same thing last week or 2 weeks ago in France. Timo is sure the showman. He's the only McLaren driver who's still in the race tonight. Tries to make a move on Ilgino. This is not really an overtaking spot. Wow! What an amazing overtaking maneuver from Timo from the outside. He keeps the 2nd place, and now... Well, Ilgino was defenseless with his 22 old laps mediums. That is very obvious. Ooh. And this is Petuka. Petuka who just took the 3rd place from Ilgino. What a change of scenario. Well, of course, the fresh softs have a big advantage over the worn out mediums. And now, Reich is on his worn out softs, and he's struggling for grip, and Timo is right behind him. 2 laps to go, ladies and gents. It still could go anywhere. It could be anyone's race. 7 drivers. They are both close to each other, less than a second separating each driver from the other. Anything could happen. As soon as Reich crosses the finish line, it's going to be one last lap as Timo uses the ERS power. No DRS has been enabled because we had safety car. Timo tries around the outside. They're still side by side, the 2 drivers. Timo, what a sensational move! Timo takes the lead of the race. Timo had amazing battles 2 weeks ago in France versus the 2 Red Bulls, and now he's entertaining us. Awesome stop from Timo, currently leading the race. Unfortunate for Lars, he's losing out. He's losing some time because he's on his worn out mediums. Ladies and gents, population of PSGL. EVG Timo wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. In 2nd place, Reich. In 3rd place, Ilgino. And I'm gonna continue the list for you in a bit. What an exciting race. It kept us on the edge of our seats. Wow, and sorry if I ran out of breath. I would like to apologize if I wasn't able to capture everything, and I would like to ask you to leave, please, a feedback. And this is Timo with his iPhone 6. Yeah, the iPhone 6 is an old phone by now, by today's standards. Champagne showers. Ladies and gents, here are the final standings. Of course, the stewards are going to have a say after this race, and we might have some changes. So, Timo is Dutch. So yeah, Petuka is Finnish. Timo wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. In second place, Braik. In third place, Ilginu. In fourth place, Paudi. In fifth place, Petuka. In sixth place, Lars. And in seventh place, last but not least, Jay Cardi. All of the other drivers did not finish the race, unfortunately. I would like to thank you very much for sticking by. Also, I'd like to apologize for the technical problem that we've had with the previous lobby. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any feedback over my overtaking. I'm not driving. Over my commentary. And I hope to see you hopefully next week. Hopefully by then, my co-commentator Storm will be there. Thank you so much for being there, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.